Do it. Do it. Do it. Nah, kidding. Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Rio here. Welcome. Actually, I didn't think this through as well as I'd like to. But basically, welcome to just a little live stream. I figured rather than make the video and just spend 1,000 hours on it, we could just do like a whole live stream where we just kind of look at the recent tweets that Naughty Dog have posted. You know what I'm saying? All those recent tweets. I have not streamed on YouTube in a while too, so I'm not really sure how this is gonna go. But yeah, it should be good. But what is going on, Brian's Chew Toy, and Shroom Trip XP. Nice name, dude. Alright. Alrighty. So, let us flip right into it. And if you didn't know, I am now streaming on Twitch as well. Just gonna put that in there. Just gonna drop that in there. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch. No, kidding. Papals, I misspelled it. What is going on, yo? What is going on? Let's pop right on over to the whoosh. All right, so I'm gonna have to. I'll probably have to read this off my my phone, because oh yeah. By the way, to all those who don't know, all right, take a look at this. I'll show you my phone screensaver. I've shown this to multiple people, right? But there we go. Beautiful image of Ellie on my phone. It's fantastic. It's a really good thing. Anyway, hold up. I'm gonna quickly open the stream on my phone so I can read all the stuff. And I was wondering, where should we start this? Because Naughty Dog in the last few weeks have been hard at work posting all of these recent tweets. You know what I'm saying? About the game. And it'd be like you could literally make like 2,000 weeks worth of content out of this, but quite frankly, I've just not had the time IRL, so we're just gonna do this live. All right, yo, what's going on, Baravian? Welcome back. Tilu to his fake news. Big thought. Yo, Clickers Hyper. What's going on, yo? All right. Oh, yeah, you get into your thing. Real quick, Brian Chew Toy. All right. So, I feel like we should start from like the least climactic stuff. Actually, no, you can't really say that, because like to some people they might really like it. So we'll start off here. All right, we got Logic. This dude. That's Logic. Now I don't listen to Logic. I only know Logic because he was on the H3 podcast, and I watch that sometimes, and that's how I got to know Logic. But I know a lot of people really like Logic. He's a rapper, I believe. He's got the music. I don't know who this guy is. I feel like he's famous or something. Travis Willingham. I don't know who he is. But these two in the game, had a little too much fun brutalizing these two fine gentlemen. I don't know if they're going to be like, enemy AIs or anything, or if they're actually characters in the story that like are going to have like actual role to play. For some reason, I feel like just the way Neil Druckmann's worded it, they're going to be like just the enemies that you bash up kind of thing. Timothy J, what is going on, yo? Jack P. What's the T? What T? 2019. I don't know. I still cannot believe. I mean, look at this, bro. They're still recording the game. You're gonna tell me that they're gonna record this and have everything done by the end of the year? You're gonna tell me that they're gonna make a game that looks as good as The Last of Us in less than a year? In less than a year, they're gonna accomplish high-end technology in less than a year. I can't see it, because those things take time, right? And then there's this other part of the, like, you can make the game, right? But there's another part to it. There's like the whole producing the product, you know, getting the correct licenses to make the correct product, you know, so that they can sell it in different areas and all of that stuff. There's production that needs to be done on the game. There's all like distribution, all of that stuff, like the whole business side of the actual game. Like, you can make the game, but then how are you going to give it to everyone? And yes, you can do it on the PlayStation Store. That's probably the easiest way, but come on. Realistically, a lot of people are going to expect physical copies, and that's going to take a while. And you can't make it until the game's actually finished, and, you know, there's all that other stuff as well. Yeah. I think I'm going to cry a lot as well, Tizza, I'm going to cry a lot as well. If, like, I don't know what they could do, but I do feel like it's going to be like a highly emotional game. I feel like the moment that will make any person cry in existence is if Joel dies. Like, if Joel dies, yeah, we're gonna be pissed, you know what I'm saying? But if they do it well, like if Naughty Dog do his death right, or do it in a way that is, how do you say it? Like, a good death, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Not a good death, no. I mean, like, if they get rid of his character in a way that benefits the story, pushes the characters forward, push the story forward. Like, he doesn't just die to make you cry, but he dies and his death plays a role in the whole story. That I could accept. But if they just killed him off like they kill him off, Ellie disregards his death, and then it goes on to be like a lesbian fest between Ellie and what's her name, that is something that would piss me off, alright? Just gonna say it. That's gonna be something that pissed me off. But if if he dies and then Ellie gets that whole motive for revenge thing, and then that pushes her character to new heights and situations, and then through this she comes out either a better or worse off person, bittersweet kind of stuff, I could accept that, because that'd be cool. Yeah, okay, let's get back into what y'all think. Bug checking rendering multiplayer. Yeah, that's the thing. The multiplayer, that's another part of the game that they're probably gonna have to. They've probably already got an idea what the multiplayer is gonna be like. Realistically, I feel like it should just be the same as the first. Bravian, okay, part 1 be better than part 2. Mark my words. You're very like correct in a way. Like, it could be better. But I feel like, because there was an interview that Neil Druckmann did, this was ages ago, and he did say, like, people aren't going to like part 2, because it's not going to be part 1. He said, we're not going to repeat the same thing that we did, we're going to push it somewhere different. Some people are going to like it, some people aren't, and that's something that they have to be fine with. They have to be okay with it, because if they just keep following the same formula, it's just going to feel like a Last of Us 1 ripoff, essentially. So yeah, they're going into new heights. Anyway, what do any of you think that Logic and this dude, what's their role in the game? Like, does anyone kind of have an idea what these two are going to be doing in it? Does anyone care? Quite frankly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, oh yeah, cool, they're in the game, but I don't know who they are in the game or what they do in the game, so my hype level for these two is like pretty average, but very good on them for, you know, getting in the game and contributing to it. Jack, as long as he's not rapping. Hey, he might be rapping, bro. There might be a part when you can walk around Jackson as Ellie, and then she comes across a rapper, and that's him. But like how on Game of Thrones when this might be, it's not a spoiler, when Ed Sheeran is in it. He's just randomly in it, and then he starts singing, and it's like, why is Ed Sheeran in there? It's like cameo. Okay, let's move on from these two. So the next thing that there was this chick. Okay, so Laura Bailey. All right, Laura Bailey plays. Where is it? She was with what's his name? Neil Druckmann. Did she get rid of it? No. Okay. We might have to look up Neil Druckmann for this one. I think I've already got his thing open. So there was a we'll get to these later. All right, these are the juicy ones. But anyway, we will find. He posted an image. God damn it! Have they low-key deleted it? Or have I just gone past it? Does anybody know where it is? He had a picture with her. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Next pick. She finished her recording, which means her character, right? We'll look up her character. This is who she plays. Just so that we all get a reference as to who she is. Mysterious woman. She is this chick. Boom. That's her. All right. Now, there's a lot of theories out there on who this lady is. All right. Whoever you think she is, great. We're not here to delve in who she is, but right, the fact that where is it? No, not there. Here. I'll move it here so they're next to each other. So the fact that Neil Druckmann said, "Performance capture rap. Thanks for helping bring one of my favorite characters to life. You crushed it." Maybe she literally crushed it because I mean, look at those musclies, bro. The musclies. Anyway, she crushed it. To me, that just kind of sounds like she is going to be in here for a very long time, like in the game. So maybe she is actually in the game from start to finish, or a long period of the entire game. You know what I'm saying? So she's definitely, I think she is going to be a main character. Playable character, perhaps? Probably. What do you guys reckon? Bravian. Okay. What do you mean Uncharted 4 was a disappointment? That game was choice. I mean, it wasn't like its predecessors, but it was really good. Tezza, she could be Anna. Could be not. Soul Games. Anna's, or Ellie's mum. Maybe not. Could be a love interest. I don't know. Could be a Firefly. Could be a completely new character. Yeah. Even though a lot of the evidence kind of points to the mother. Could be. I've also seen one that people saying it could be a sister. I would actually not want it to be her sister because I feel like Naughty Dog have already done that. They did that in Uncharted 4, where Nathan Drake all of a sudden had a long-lost brother. And if they just did the whole long-lost family, sister thing again, I'll be like... strong, independent woman. Women. Very short. Pretty true. But yeah, so she's finished her thing. That means her character's kind of wrapped up. I'm assuming she's been in the game development for a long time. So I actually think that this character is in the game for a significant period of time. Which, yeah, that could literally mean anything. Yeah. Oh yeah, Abdul Samad. Yeah, Logic is in the game. He is actually in the game. Alright, so we've discussed Instagram pic. Get out of here. Alright, so the latest one, actually. This is actually the latest image that's popped up. So this Haley Gross lady, she's the co-writer, I think. So she's writing it. And so is he. Now, he, of course, we all know who he is. He may last us one. But she comes from writing Westworld. Now, Westworld Season 1 was high. Like, I loved it. I thought the show was great. Season 2 kind of went off tracks and it became mentally hard to watch because you really had to kind of pay attention to everything. Notes. You had to, make notes to keep up with what wasn't happening. But she wasn't a part of that. So... a lot of the great storytelling in Westworld was done through her, so I highly believe that she will help make The Last of Us pretty choice, pretty awesome. Alright? But basically in this picture, their high five, it kind of implies that yes, they have finished recording. They're happy with what they're doing. They're excited for what they're doing. And, you know, the high five, that confirms, right? 5, right? 5 plus 2013 is equal to 2018. And then if you add 1 extra year, it's 2019 confirmed, people. 2019 is coming out this year. It's confirmed. It's confirmed. Look at the hands. Look at their hands. It's blurry. It's confirmed. They're coming. It's coming to The Last of Us. 2019, bro. And yeah, that lady will be awesome. But yeah. Sorry. Further just proving that this game is like it's finished recording. Here's another thing though. What if, like, so they finish recording and it's like, oh, cool, you know, they're finished, they're going to make the game. What if they're making the game and they realize, oh, shit, we need to re-record this because it's not what we want? Man, they have to re-record again. So, just because they say it's finished recording does not mean that it's fully finished recording, you know? Sometimes they have to do callbacks, or sometimes they have to do redos or refixes to kind of work everything out. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, so we'll get to this image right now. Okay, so this one basically telling us that Naughty Dog is confirming that they have finished doing the entire recording, right? But just what I said before, sometimes you might have to re-record. Just gonna put that out there, alright? We still have work ahead of us. I like how they said not a lot of work, they just said work, so maybe they are close to finishing the game, including putting these cinematics in the game, but it was a nice little milestone. Okay, that's very nice. And it's also a great way to kind of keep us updated, because we've been in the dark since E3 last year. It's kind of been really dumb how we haven't really got much new information for this game, and how we're not going to be getting more information for this game until later on in the year. And I honestly believe that the next time we get something good about this game is going to be Outbreak Day 2019. I feel like Outbreak Day is going to be the day where they're going to say, okay, this is the release date, or this is when the game's going to come out, you know? And then it'll probably be like April 2020 or something, you know? That I can believe, like, announcements for more information on Outbreak Day. But telling me that the game's going to come out like October 2019, I ain't buying that. I just am not buying that. That is just too unreliable. Unless, you know, Naughty Dog said it themselves. I ain't believing it. Alright, this nice little Jack art, whatever. Okay, so logic's in the game. Boom! We got this. It's confirmed that the ending is going to end with a cut to black. It's got a sad face here, so it's going to be a sad ending. Or maybe it's sad because they actually just ended it. Who knows? Turns out, yes, they are adorable. Troy and Ashley Johnson, very adorable. But they in that picture, they look like they've gone through a lot. April 19, I said. Okay, Baravian. I did not start the stream on April 19. Because if you look down here, actually you should be able to see this. You should be able to see that. That's not April 19. That's April 20th, New Zealand time. Anyway, so we got this, right? We got this little image of the script. Sad face. This just shot this scene so sad. Bro. Yo, oh, Leo. That I just read. Okay, so Leo has written "Make every shot count," which is a quote straight from the game. And nice, very, very beautiful. Anyway, what was I gonna say? So for this part here, what do you reckon is like the sad thing? Like, what do you think? What is the sad thing that happened here? No worries, Jack. Thanks for stopping by and giving some energy to this Last of Us Part 2 discussion, bro. Have they finished the gameplay? We know they've finished the cutscenes, but not so much the gameplay. Yeah, we're not sure. Honestly, like, the only sad thing I can think of is, like, Joel dying. Not really anything else. Maybe, nah, I can't see Ellie dying. I feel like someone's gonna die though for it to be that sad. Or maybe it's bittersweet. Who knows? No, that just implies that it's sad. You know what I'm saying? But basically, it's gonna end the same way as the first game. It's gonna have gameplay and then just, oh, not gameplay, a cutscene and just cut to black. But yeah, I'm ready for the waterworks, bro. Ready for the waterworks. All right, next thing, this one right here. That's a wrap. The most ambitious cinematic shoot we've ever done. Tears were shed. The Last of Us Part 2. Now, note, you have Troy Baker. You have Ashley Johnson. Alright, this is their most ambitious shoot that they've ever done. April 16. Okay, no. So, if they finish shooting the end, right, a few days ago, and then yesterday, they just finished the cinematic shoot for whatever their most ambitious scene is yet, does that mean he is not actually in this scene? Because this scene was done prior. You know what I'm saying? Just shot the scene, so sad, right? And then days later, they shoot this other scene. So, even though they shot the end, it didn't end at the end. If you know something about movie production, or any kind of production, you do not actually do it all in order. You do it based on like the most demand for stuff. For example, if all the actors are available on like April 15, you're going to get them all in and you're going to try record every single scene that they're in as quick as possible. You know what I mean? Or if you require like a prop and that prop can only be available for a certain period of time, you're going to get all the people in on that day so that you can record with that prop. So it doesn't always go in order of the story. It goes in order of whatever's required in the production thing. So the fact that they recorded the ending before they recorded whatever this scene is, could very much well mean that he is actually not in there. That's just one thought. There's probably a 1,000 bajillion Lucasambootian thoughts on this. Yo, Jimmy John, what is going on, yo? Breakthrough, what's going on, yo? It's sad and controversial. Yeah, I do remember him saying that, like, the game is gonna be... No, he didn't say controversial. He said something like, you're not gonna like it. He's like, you're not gonna like it because everything that we're doing is true to what they want to do, not what the people want to do. Well, whatever that means. Hopefully it's not too anything. Dina's gonna die. Who here actually cares if Dina dies? Like, put your hand up. Put your hand up. I'm participating in this as well. Put your hand up if you think that Dina's death is gonna care. Like, you're gonna care that she dies. Yeah, you see my hand going up? Exactly. Like, I don't know. Dina, like, we had like a short little period with Dina, right? No woman joke intended there. But we had this short moment with her, right? And in that time, she was a bitch, right? She was a bitch. And she's just one of those people who's like, I don't like you. I hope you die. You know? Oh! My bad. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I did something wrong. My bad. Yeah, so her death, I can't see it pulling a lot of emotional weight. Unless they make you really care about Dina when you're playing the game. Who knows? Alright, then. Jimmy John, I'll read your thing now. My bad. The best version of The Last of Us 2 will come out for the PS5. No. I don't believe Last of Us Part 2 is going to come out on the PS5 because, think about it, this game began development 2014. That was, 5 years ago. You're going to tell me that Naughty Dog have applied 5 years of their time into a completely new technology that probably wasn't even invented back then? You know what I'm saying? And then there's some images. I will find these pictures for you. PS4 Pro The Last of Us Part 2. If you look at some of these promotion images that they have, boom. Look at the bottom corner here. Captured on a PS4 Pro system. That pretty much tells you that all this technology that they've been working with is for the PS4, not the PS5. So, Last of Us Part 2 has come on PS4. Confirmed. And remember, Last of Us Part 2 is coming out 2019 because if you look at this machete, there's blood on it. And blood represents the number 3. If you plus 3 with 6, you get 9. What comes with 9? 2019. Last of Us Part 2 in 2019. Confirmed. And look, the shine on this guy's bald head confirms that this game is coming out October 2019. It's confirmed. Anyway. We kind of went sidetracked off this. Super sidetracked. Last of Us Collection Remastered. That might be a thing in the future. Might not be. Ellie, obviously. Okay. I don't know what that was intended for. Oh, Ellie dying. Yeah, if Ellie died, you would, I don't know, you'd feel a lot of hard stuff. Anyway, does anybody have any ideas of why these two have tears in their eyes? Alright, now there could be millions of reasons why these people have tears in their eyes. For example, they've just finished recording. It's over. They're not going to be recording any more Last of Us, maybe. And they're just sad because they're never going to see each other again. Cool. He's got a glass of champagne, which celebrating. I'm pretty sure that's what you have champagne for. Well, that might not even be champagne. Maybe he's drinking lemonade or something. I don't know. Yeah, he's drinking lemonade because he's not into alcohol. But he's kind of like, if you look at him, I can't even zoom in on that. No, I can't zoom in. Oh, maybe I can. You can, alright. There you go. Shit. He's got that look on his face, bro. She got them red eyes, which means she been crying, which confirms Ellie cries in Last of Us Part 2. It confirms it. No, actually, it doesn't confirm nothing. So he's got that look in his eyes. She got that look in his eyes. They've gone through something ambitious, something sad. Well, so sad, ambitious. I still feel like ambitious, so sad implies Joel dies. Like, who kills off a main character in a game? George R.R. Martin, the guy who made Game of Thrones. He's about the only guy who does it. And I remember, they were saying, nobody is safe, right? Neil Druckmann actually said that. He's like, nobody is safe in this game. And then he talked about Uncharted 4, and he kind of said, in Uncharted 4, we gave that feeling that no one was safe, but really everyone was, and it kind of felt too happy at the end. But he goes, because that's Uncharted, it's lighthearted. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. But he's like, The Last of Us, completely different story. I want you to feel that uneasiness that all the characters are not safe. And, I mean, ambitious. What's the most ambitious thing that I could think of doing in The Last of Us Part 2? Killing off a main character. Which character would you most see getting killed off? Maybe this dude? Or maybe, I thought of this one as well. Maybe no one dies, right? They're both happy because at the very end, Ellie finds out some information that makes her happy, and they're actually recording this live right now. This is them actually recording the game, right? And the game ends. Let me just zoom out real quick. So the game actually ends with Ellie and Joel at a party, and Joel's drinking and he's embracing Ellie as the game cuts to black. I like that ending. That's the ending I could see. Joel and Ellie are the Last of Us. They can't die. Exactly. That's why it would be ambitious to kill one of them. Or kill them. Kill one of them. It would be heavily ambitious for them to push them to the whole new limits. TLE 2 is about hate. True. I don't know if it's actually like about hate or if it's just the theme of hate pushing the story. But yeah. Jimmy John. You hope that some playable demo comes like they did for part 1. So do I, man. So do I. And I think they will actually have a playable demo. Maybe sometime... Actually, later on this year, I can see a playable demo releasing. I can definitely see that. So, look forward to maybe experiencing a playable demo. Another thing is like the multiplayer beta. So they might have a multiplayer beta. That might actually be a thing. You know what I'm saying? That could actually be a thing that comes out maybe at the end of this year. If they did do that, I'm playing that all day, all night. So when they did Uncharted 4, what they did was if you pre-ordered this collector's edition, you got to play like 14 days of the beta before anyone else did. And if they did that for The Last of Us Part 2, I'm going to buy, The Last of Us again. I'm going to buy that shit, pre-order or whatever the hell it is, just so I can get that beta. Because I'm going to jam the beta for so long. You know, I'm going to grind it for so long. That's what she said. And it's going to be fantastic, bro. Anyway, Dakota Phelps, yo, what's going on? You think news will come absolutely after Days Gone? Well, yeah, of course, man. But, alright, we'll keep going. Why Druckmann is building Hypergame, but 2019 release, motion cap? Exactly. Every game that's finished motion cap came out a year or a half after. I definitely agree with you on that one, bro. It's kind of a hard pill to swallow, but it makes sense, you know. You've just finished recording. You want to make an incredible looking game. It's going to take longer than just a few months to get it out. I mean, how many more months? We got 6. We got 8 months remaining in 2019. You're going to tell me that in 8 months they're going to produce high-end graphics, gameplay mechanics, fully transform these characters into what they did at E3, and then they're going to be able to make thousands of copies of this and sell it to everybody in 8 months. I just don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. But what I do see happening is us crying a lot in The Last of Us Part 2. I hope they don't make us cry all the time, you know? But I do hope that the game is very true to itself. I hope that the characters are motivated on, the events that happen in the game, not necessarily motivated by political agendas that the company is trying to push. For example, like Star Wars The Last Jedi is a perfect example of this. So, in that film, Rey she's like this female chick. She becomes really overpowered by doing nothing. And they try and give you this half-assed explanation why she's so strong. But realistically, I think the reason she is that strong is because she is a woman. And the company is just trying to push this idea that women can be strong. And it's like, yes, they can be strong. But, like, to be strong just because you are a woman is kind of far-fetched. The Last of Us does it right. Because, like, you got people like Tess, Marlene, who are strong not because they're women, but because of the world they live in and the things that's happened around them that's pushed them to become these hard veterans who understand survival, and they become strong, and you understand it because they literally put the hard work in to get the results, right? And I hope that The Last of Us Part 2 is very much like Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad storyline, or not storyline, character development. So Breaking Bad was very much like changing a character from good to bad through the events that happen, right? And with Ellie's case, you could make her, like, push her to do things based on the things around her. Those things are going to push her character to either, become vengeful, hateful, or merciful and forgiving. I don't know. But all of those different things, like just the events in the game, the decisions that Ellie and Joel make, I hope to God that they are true to the characters, true to the game, true to the environment, and not true to just political agendas. Even though the trailer kind of looks agenda-y, I'm not going to lie, it really does. And when you see some of the people who have been working on The Last of Us Part 2, it's definitely easy to see these forced ideas being put into it. But there is also another side to this that I've kind of noticed, and it's the game is still very true to what it is, right? Like, despite Ellie being into other girls, that was established in the lore. We knew that. And the idea that they're pushing it, I believe it, right? The idea that she cares enough for, what's her name, Dina, I believe it. But I also know Dina's nasty work, and I hope to God she does not play a huge role in the game, right? And I hope that the main focus is on Ellie, her relationship with Joel, and whatever the hell it is she wants to get the revenge for. That is my rant. It's probably not going to be very well constructed, but hey, that's the point of these live streams. Anyway, Burb. Yo, Dakota, glad you got the Breaking Bad reference. Breaking Bad is like the pinnacle of character development. So if The Last of Us could somehow work its characters how that show does it, it's going to be fine. The first game did exactly like how the Breaking Bad would have done it. So the second game, they can definitely do that. Brendan Claw, what's going on, dude? Jimmy John. Oh, here's another thing. So, going on about the forced agenda stuff. I had this idea, and I was thinking of making it into a video. But it's basically saying, like, people like, oh, they just made Ellie gay because Ellie, because the people who work there are gay and they're forcing it. But here's another point of view of it. If you grew up in the world of The Last of Us, right? You grew up like 20 years, or not 20 years. Wait, how old is she? She's like 14. She would have grown up like 6 years after civilization we knew. In the world she grew up, all those pre-constructed ideas, thoughts, concepts, thrown in the rubbish. When she was born, the number one thing that they ever thought about, survival. Another thing that they would have thought about is being with the people you care and love, right? So her being raised in a world where she doesn't understand what we would understand. There's even that scene in The Last of Us 1 where she is reading the book, like, why are these girls worrying about what dress they're wearing? Why do they care about what boys they're like? Because she never grew up in the world. She doesn't know that kind of mentality. She only knows survival and the people around her. And then another thing that's always happened to her is she keeps losing people that she cares about. She lost Riley. She lost her mother. She lost... she even lost Marlene for a little bit. She lost all these different characters, and when she found someone that she cared for, she held on to them. And quite frankly, her first person that she ever held on to was Riley, who was a female. Now, she also would have grown up in a world that didn't really understand anything about liking the opposite sex. So maybe just from the world that she grew up in, from the things that she was taught, from the environment that she had, the people who were around her, she just learnt to treasure the people that you love. And in this case, it was Riley. Boom. that for me, that makes sense. However, if they somehow, ruin it in The Last of Us Part 2 by breaking some of those character development things, then I'm going to have a little bit of an issue. But I don't think they're going to do that. I have faith in Naughty Dog. I have faith that they're going to go through and follow through with her character, push her to where she needs to go. And yeah, that's just another bleed. Another bleed. Jimmy John, the video that we saw was not a demo. No one was playing it. Could have just been I don't know. Anyway. Exactly, bro. Exactly, Dakota. They did. Everything that was shown in the trailer was not a forced agenda. It was very true to her character. And that is one thing I liked about it. But it was also something because they made sure that everybody saw Ellie kissing the other girl. They put that at their number one thing. And then they showed all the violent stuff. That was fine. But it's just, I feel like it's just the time that they're showing all this. They're showing this stuff in a time where now everybody's doing it. So now because Naughty Dog's doing it, we're like, oh, here we go again. When really, they were doing it before everyone else. How there are even some old movies out there that I was watching that, is completely, the stuff that they do back then. If they showed the stuff now, people are like, oh, look at these people just riding on the wagon. Everybody wants equality, blah, blah, blah. But, realistically, these people have been doing it before everyone else. So I don't believe that that's why they're pushing this stuff, They're pushing it because they started it and now they're just carrying on with their work. Who knows? But everything aside, when I watched the trailer, I did not give a shit about any of that controversy stuff. I just thought it was fantastic. And I'm still really excited to see this game. Every single trailer that they've released, I've loved them. From the first one, when Ellie was playing the guitar, to the one with the mystery woman being hung up, when the hammer, that was fantastic. And the recent one, oh my goodness, that was awesome. That was epic. Love it. Cannot wait for more. And yeah, I think I'm going to end this here. End this little discussion here. We've gone to the moon and back with a lot of these different Last of Us ideas, discussions. Yeah. Thanks to every single one of you who have stopped by, given a lot of support for this live stream. Please note that this live stream is just a way to kind of discuss some of these things about The Last of Us. Woo! You can all see this, eh? Watch this. 5 hours ago. Hi, I'm Cool Gamer. Subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all these people who have subscribed within the last few days. Whatever. Yeah. Yo, thanks for subscribing. Sorry for the big jacket, by the way. It's really cold here. It's 12 midday and it's still freaking cold. But yeah. When it comes to making Last of Us videos, I only really like to make them when there's something new or something interesting. Because I've been following The Last of Us for so long, there's some information that just, quite frankly, I don't care. Or I just feel like it's not strong enough. And I like to share interesting stuff. Well, stuff that I find interesting in The Last of Us, right? But also note, just please note this in the future, I'm not always going to be doing The Last of Us, right? And it's something that I just have to do on my own, just for my own sanity's sakes, make videos for stuff that I enjoy. I understand that it's not going to do too well on my channel, but just be prepared. If you subscribe to me for The Last of Us only, you're going to be very disappointed, because in the future, I am just going to be uploading what I enjoy. And when The Last of Us Part 2 comes out, I'm definitely going to be hitting that up. When more information comes out, I'm definitely going to be hitting into some of that. But until then, until then, we're just going to be freestyling in the wins. Plan games and stuff until we get there. So, let me just swap this over real quick. Ooh. Yo, bruh. Okay. No worries, Jimmy John. Your English was perfect in this experience. Dakota's, Terza, Baravian, all of you, man. I hope you all have a fantastic day, night, wherever you are in this world. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching this nice little discussion. It's a good little opportunity for some banter, for some left, right, and centers going up and down with all this stuff. And yeah, I hope you'll just have a fantastic Easter. That's right, it's Easter. Stay moist, everybody. Peace.